Hey kids, welcome back to Worth a Spin. I'm your host, Just Jack. Alright, hanging out here, we're going to look at some John Lennon singles now, I believe, where we left off on the What's in My Collection deal we were working on before we got sidetracked. We were looking at, we looked at my Beatles. I believe we looked at the American and the UK, some foreign things I have. Looked at singles, I think we're caught up there. I do have some other Beatles ones we haven't looked at. We can look at those. So we looked at John. We started with John's first solo career. All right, so we did the albums, but now we're up to the singles. That's what I believe we're at. All righty, so we'll start out. These first few, I got on my trip when I was lucky enough to go to England. So these are British pressings. The first one up is Instant Karma. And this is a little bit different than the American release cover, which is cool. This would be the back of it. And I got lucky with this one. It was a pretty reasonable price. I forget what it was, but a lot of them I saw were like $25, $30. This is the front side. You got to play this loud. And then play that quiet. There's a reason for that, I won't say. All right, so there we go. That is Instant Karma, baby. Put that back in there. Now we're up to another one. Again, this is from UK. And this is Power to the People. John Lennon, Plastic Ono Band. Power to the people. I know you're going, ooh, that's that song. Okay, I know what it is now. Or you're in the other cam going, oh man, please stop singing. Alright, and this is the flip side. And then we'll look at the single. One of the things I really love about UK 45s is they have this hole in the middle, spindle hole in the middle, so you don't have to use a 45 adapter. Oh man, I love that. It is so cool. Front side, here's the back side. I guess somebody didn't like the flip side of this because they X'd it off. But man, I love this. I love that you don't have to fool with putting that adapter on in order to put them on. I wish America would have adopted that feature. This is Happy Christmas, War is Over. This is also a British release. And it's the flip side. Yoko teaching them to sing, I guess. Alright. And so there's two versions of this. Two different records. This is one. So with the faces going around. And it would have been cool if this would have been when you put it on and you turn it. John would have merged into Yoko. And the faces would have continued around so they would merge back into John. That would have been kind of cool. Probably a little bit too advanced for 1972. But. And I have this, which is a UK single. Bootleg. I don't know. So this is John and Elton's performance, New Year's Day, 1974. The back's the same picture, so we're not going to look at that. This is the record that came with it, with that sleeve. And that was, I saw her standing there, and then we do Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, and what is it? Whatever gets you through the night. And that, I believe, wraps up my British 45s. I do have this. I showed you this the other day. I found this at the store. I just didn't open it because 2 copies, that's enough. All right, so let's move on to our U.S. releases. And the first one up on the chopping block is Give Peace a Chance. And it's recording booths, I guess. I don't really understand this cover. But the back's the same. And then the record, we just have an apple. Okay. And as far as I know and can tell, I believe all these are all first pressings. So if you want to match them up to yours, you'll know if you have first pressings, later pressings, or whatever they are. Now we're back to Instant Karma again. Like I said, our sleeve's a little bit different than the UK's. Either one is fine. I don't really have a preference. I think either sleeve is totally fine. And this is the 45. Alrighty. Put that in there. See if I can wrinkle it up a little bit. It was too straight for me. Alright, remember I've imagined that came out on the regular black Apple label. I'm not going to take it out. This is it. It's that funky little weird apple that John did. And then we're back to Happy Christmas War is over. We've seen this already. We know what it looks like. So for this is a translucent green, which is pretty cool. And so first press, and unfortunately it's pretty scratched up. But you don't really find those around too often. So that is pretty cool. Software when you find in my collection. This one here is pretty much near mintish, but it has the Apple label and not the black label with John and Yoko on it, and I don't have the picture sleeve for it. This next one, I don't know, man. There's all this goofy shit going on. So we'll put my fingers there. This is my next John Lennon single, and I think you know what it is. And there's the back side. It's a little more safe. I don't know. All the PC things going on and stuff, I don't really know. So I'm just trying to play it safe. And this is the 45 itself. And they continue with the faces thing, which I think is pretty cool. And again, I think if they could have worked that to where they like merge into one another as it turns, I think that would have been pretty cool. Alright. Next up, Mind Games. It's an interesting cover. Not really crazy about it. I had Mind Games from the UK. And I don't know where it's at. I gotta tell you the truth. I was trying to do this video once before. Back cover's the same. Trying to do this video once before and I couldn't find it. That's weird. And it's just on regular Apple this time. All there is to that. Not a lot. Not a lot. And then we have Whatever Gets You Through the Night. I have some missing, obviously. And this one is on the regular Apple sleeve. Or comes on the regular Apple sleeve. And that's your 45. Not your 45, it's mine. So you get the point. And this one again is on a black label. Apple sleeve. And this is Number 9 Dream. Another one that comes in the black Apple sleeve. And this is Stand By Me, which is my favorite song off of Rock and Roll. I am not a big fan of that album. So, then we move all the way up to Just Like Starting Over. Love this song. Backside, I believe, is, yeah, it's the same. And we'll stop being lazy and pull the 45 out. Just Like Starting Over. And Yoko's Kiss, Kiss, Kiss. Alright. Let's put that in there. And we move on, still on Double Fantasy, and we're doing Woman. A little bit beat up, but, you know, it was affordable. These 45s, a lot of these don't go for a lot of money, some of them do. But, you know, I'm not one of those that's got to be 100% mint sleeve, 100% record, because that's when you start really paying a lot of money for stuff. And even buying them used and a little bit beat up, you're paying a lot for original pressings to start with. So, I mean, if you got that kind of money, hey, knock yourself out. I wish I did. My friends, do not. Back cover is the same. And the label, still Watching the Wheels. And apparently I stole this from Joe and Judy. Hey, Joe and Judy, if you're out there, I've got your copy of Watching the Wheels. This was my mom's favorite song, John's. Don't really know why. She never said why. She used to tell me this is my favorite John Lennon song when it came on. Nobody Told Me, which is a song I really love. I love that. And the back side of the single sleeve, I believe, is the same. No, it's not. It's a little different. Some of these are the same. Some are a little bit different. So that's a little bit more than a little bit different, I guess. And we are on ply door here after our falling out with Geffen. There we go. There's that. And there's that. I like the Milk and Honey album. I thought it was a really good album. It's a shame that John didn't have it more finished, so it would have been finished on his terms and stuff, but I did like the Milk and Honey album quite a bit. I'm stepping on. It has some really good songs on it. I thought it had some really good songs on it. I'm a big fan of it. And this has been the back of it for you. And we're on Plydor again, so there's no point. Same thing. Alright. And let's go to the final single from that album, which was Borrowed Time. That's what we all live on. And let's see, the back is anything in, yeah, back is Yoko. So it is different than the front. But guess what's not different, kids? You know it. The record label. Same old plain, same old, same old. Alright, now we're going to move on to, and I have them separated out of this. I found this. This was a Record Store Day exclusive back in 2010, I believe. This is a John Lennon Singles bag. It's the front. And this is the back. And the cellophane is tore up and not on it, and I got it a little bit cheaper because of that. So in this, I took the records out, I got them there. You get a poster and some postcards. And I'm confused about this set. This was kind of a, most of the point set. So this is a poster, it comes in it. Bid in for peace. And then you get these postcards, which are, Watching the Wheels cover, Imagine, and Mother. That are the singles that those are covers for, and that came in this set. So I'll show you those real quickly. Yeah, and its string is broken off of it, just kind of dry rotted and just broke off. I don't see too many that have the string on it, so I must use some real cheap stuff. Alright, so this came in this. It's not an original pressing, it's Mother. It's the front cover. Back cover is the same. This is the 45 it came in. It's a reissue because that was a reissue set. So I've tried to get this a few times. It's incredibly high to get a first pressing of it. So it's not in my collection. One of my interest in that bag set was the fact of getting this on single. And it's just odd choices that were made for this. So, on the regular black, just like it was originally, Apple 1 is a matte. And it's Imagine with our funky little apple. Yeah, I think there's just the choices that were made for this is kind of weird. Watching the Wheels, you've seen that. We know what it looks like, except for this one's on the gray Capital label. So, this says for jukeboxes only on there. I just noticed that. Huh. I've had this thing for quite a while. I just noticed that. This says for jukeboxes only. As you know, I found some of those jukebox only singles of Paul and the Beatles, but I haven't seen any of John. But yeah, this is for jukeboxes only on it. That's cool. I just noticed that. All this time I've had it, I've just noticed that. And this does not say anything on here about special 45 or nothing. That's kind of cool. Alright, and we have this, which is still sealed because this came out this year, and I've got 2 other copies, so why open it? It's, the remaster or whatever they want to call it of Happy Christmas Wars over. Back cover's the same. Alright, now we go to Mr. McCartney, so we'll do him later because we haven't looked at his stuff yet. He has so much I'm kind of delaying it because there's a lot of stuff to look at. But, so yeah, that's my singles collection. I have some missing. Hopefully I'll find them. I'm always on the look for them. A few of the ones I don't have is because they're stupid money. That's why I don't have them. But I'm hoping one day to come across them and they be a little more reasonable, or I happen to have some, funny money laying around and I could just shell out on it. Either one or the other would be cool. So that, my friends, is what I have with John Lennon Singles. So you're caught up on that. So we still have Paul to do, George, and Ringo. And we'll look at all their albums, and then we'll look at their singles, what I have of them, and we'll move on from there to something else. Still have my review on the Lost Lennon tapes to do. That's going to be a little bit because I haven't gotten through them as fast as I thought I was going to. Quality as far as song choices and what is presented on the album itself kind of varies. And I know they came from that old series that was on the radio there from I don't know, like 88 to 90, something like that. I remember it being on, but because I used to listen to it every week. But I don't remember how long it was. But anyway, so the quality varies. Some of the stuff is, wow, that's really cool. And some of it is, well, we've heard that. But when it came out on these things, you know, it hadn't, those versions hadn't been released yet. So it was new then. And then there's the stuff that's like, oh, okay, that was, you know, all right, whatever. There was no point in that, but that's fine. Fill the record out with that. So it goes in there, juggles. And I've been looking at trying to see about getting some of these that I have missing. And luckily I have a lot of the early numbers because it looks like, you know, I look at it for on eBay and stuff, and they're going for stupid money. Like, number one, I've seen that for $100, and it's on several different sites. And 2, 3, and 4, and 5 all the same way. But I have 2, 3, and whatever, 5, 4 or 5. I think I got them in a little sequence there for a bit. But they were $20 for me. But yeah, that's crazy. I'm not paying that kind of money for those. So I still got to finish that up. I'll try to finish that up tonight or in the morning, since I don't sleep, and get that listened to, and then we could start on a review on those. We'll probably break those down into 2 videos. I have about 12 or 13 of them, and some I have quite a bit to say, and others it's like whatever. I don't have much to say on it, so we'll see how it goes. I'm expecting like 2 videos out of that, depending. I like to keep my videos in the area of 20 to 30 minutes, and so it's always kind of a push sometimes, a longer catalog than like John has. All right, so that's my John Lennon singles. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got something out of it, something useful. And if you did, please give me a like or subscribe. Love getting subscribers. It tells me you like the channel, you want to come back and listen or watch it. And yeah, that's what I got. So feel free to send me a message. I'll reply. I love chit-chatting with people in the Beatle community. Nice people. There's some people on some of these online forums. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've not had a good experience with some Beatle forums, so I try to stay away from those. But I love this little YouTube community. It's working really good. I appreciate each and every one of you who watch my videos. Thanks for the thumbs up if you gave me one. Even the guy who didn't like me didn't give me a like up, but he didn't give me one down, so that's cool. I'll see you next time. Till then, sprinkle a little happiness, a little love out there on everybody, because they definitely need it. And do one good deed for somebody today. Doesn't matter who or what it is, but do one good deed. Keep it to yourself. Works better that way. And hopefully maybe that person will do a good deed, and that person will do a good deed. And next thing you know, we've got 8, 9, 10 people doing good deeds for another 8, 9, 10 people who may be doing good deeds. And then we multiply after that. It's new math. I'm not good at old math. I'm not trying new math. All right, so thanks for sticking with me through this video. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time.